Welcome to AGORACOM, the Small Cap Epicenter, and AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced show that brings you the best small cap press releases before the open every morning so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe even find your next great small cap investment. Now it is Tuesday, August the 28th, the week before Labor Day. We're expecting news to be slow, but in fact, it's pretty busy. We've got 6 great pieces of news for you from both sides of the border. So let's start off with United Protection Security Group that trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the stock symbol UZZ. They put out their second quarter numbers and their first half numbers. I'm going to jump straight to the first half numbers because it gives us a broader picture of the company. Record revenue, $10.2 million, up 42%. EBITDA, $446,000, up over 800%. Net income, $255,000. Great numbers all the way around for United Protection. And management has stated an objective of hitting just under $23 million for fiscal year 2007. So it looks like they're close to it, but they got a little work to do in the second half. Nonetheless, great numbers. What does the company do? In short, they provide protection services in the really high-risk security area. So you can imagine what that entails. And they do provide some traditional work, but it looks like the high-end security and the high-risk security is where their bread and butter comes from. The company right now is trading at 20 cents. Up next, Composite Technology Corp on the OTC, trades on the stock symbol CPTC. I like these companies that keep generating news out of China. CPTC has done it again with an order for its ACC conductor for use on the Chinese electrical grid. The order is between $4.9 million and $8 million. That's going to depend on final components that are going to be ordered, and that'll be finalized September. But either way, they got a minimum order here of just under $5 million to plug into the Chinese electrical grid. That's great. It's a total of 600 kilometers of conductor that's going to be involved in this order. That's a minimum. And if they hit that 600 kilometer mark, that's going to take their total base up to 2,385 kilometers of conductor around the world. So obviously, Composite is generating some great sales and market acceptance. The company's trading at $1.58, and they actually have a very nice looking chart. You might want to take a closer look at that. Next up, BVR Systems trades on the OTC under the stock symbol BVRSF. Now, for obvious reasons I'm about to show you, facts are short, but what we do know is that they've won an air defense simulator contract worth approximately $10.1 million US. For obvious reasons, they can't tell us more about that because it deals with an international customer, and you can imagine secrecy is at a premium there. But the company the company's CEO, Ilan Gillies, did state that they've received an increasing number of orders this year coupled with this one. So you may want to go take a look back and see what other orders they've achieved. And in fact, they may be accelerating growth right now. They're trading at 18 cents. Next up, ExelTech Aerospace on the TSX Venture put out their quarterly numbers. Revenue for the quarter, $13.7 million, an increase of 24%. Profits, $18,700. Now, what does the company do? They're in the aircraft maintenance business. They hold Transport Canada, US FAA, and European approvals in order to be able to work on aircraft, conduct maintenance and overhauls, and so on and so forth. So you can imagine it's a pretty high CapEx business, which is why you've got great revenue, but a low profit number. Nonetheless, when the top line is growing 24%, we like to see that kind of growth. Next up, Titan Global Holdings trades on the OTC under the stock symbol TTGL. They actually put out guidance for fiscal 2008, and it looks like a pretty big number. They put out guidance actually just for the Electronic Homeland and Security Division. They're looking at revenues of $30 million and net operating income, not a net profit, but net operating income of $1 million in fiscal 2008. Now, typically, we don't like to see big numbers coming out of small cap companies when they're projecting or giving future guidance. However, these guys are putting their money where their mouth is because in their last fiscal year, Titan generated in excess of $109 million in revenue, so these numbers are probably going to be pretty accurate, or at least they're pretty credible. The company's trading at $1.50 right now. And finally, KMAG Global Solutions trades on the OTC, under the symbol KMAG, KMAG, as well as in Frankfurt under the stock symbol VVS. They're named one of Canada's top 100 technology companies by Canadian Business Magazine, which is a very reputable magazine here in Canada. The companies are ranked by sales and market capitalization, which we like because it's tangible things that we can measure, and they hit the top 100. What do? Basically, they provide electronic article surveillance labels for multimedia, apparel, healthcare, over-the-counter pharmaceuticals. So they're obviously in a nice growing industry, and they're trading right now at 35 cents. That's a wrap for the day. Hopefully you find some great news that you can invest in or do some further due diligence. As always, come over to AGORACOM, take a look at our marketplace where we've got more than 60 and growing small public companies that are listed by industry and exchange, so you can hopefully find your next great small cap investment. See you tomorrow.